Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go through the GoCharlie.ai writing assistant update. They've got some big updates since May 2023, so I do want to do another review on GoCharlie, probably versus what they have added on their platform. So if this is your first time watching my video, welcome. I hope you do like these kind of content where I provide AI software reviews. So if there's something you're interested in, please do subscribe to my channel for more of these videos in the future. So what is actually new on GoCharlie's platform? So let's jump into their dashboard. So this is the login screen. They've made some dramatic changes on their user interface. So I can probably pop up the screen right now to see the actual user interface they have. Now everything has changed. You can see the color scheme is pretty different. Previously there were colors with purple, all that stuff. We still have that dark mode and light mode. So that's the toggle on the bottom left corner. On the right hand side, you're going to get the menu saying connect with us, join their Facebook community, ask for customer support, which is just emailing them. If you want to be their affiliate, that's one of their links. Requesting features, that's something they are asking in the community all the time, what kind of features they're looking for. And then you can access your most recent content here and any sort of announcements on the platform. For example, the new user interface, any sort of new features, as well as any sort of tutorials from the GoCharlie team. So it's either on their YouTube channel or you can find it on their Facebook group. So let's explore what are the buttons around on this page. So obviously this is the home button. And then the one on the right is to access your most recent documents. Or if you want to just jump in to create a new document, you can click on this. But usually what I like to do is to go through the left-hand side menu, and then for all these different features, people call it templates, and you can mark it as a favorite. So it will always pop up on the top screen. So I use GoCharlie mostly with the content repurposing and then writing blocks. So these are the ones that I would have. And every time you change a different tool, this is going to change. So you can see this little pop is actually the content repurposing. And if we click on, for example, the blog wizard, once we click on that, the page changes. On the left-hand side, you're going to get the blog wizard. So you can change your language if you want to have the input in English, output in something else, you can choose for that. So content brief, you can put in how many H2s you want, H3s you want, put in the blog title, etc. So once you enter it, you're going to get the results. So these are some of the previous results that I have. If you're happy with it, you can click on this button to put on So this is the blog wizard from GoCharlie with the new user interface. On the top, you're going to get the language you can choose. Enter in English. I'll put in English. If you want to choose something else, you can do that. Putting in your content brief, the number of H2s, H3s you want, adding your blog titles, put a specific tone for your blog. So this could be friendly, informative, professional, and then put in your target audience, SEO keywords. So these are the existing blog wizard tools they already have. So I'm not going to dive deep into this. What I want to show you is they've got this folder right now. It's called projects, where you can define like different niche that you're doing on GoCharlie. So if you're an agency, you have different clients, you might want to put in different projects with different clients information. So for example, if I'm looking at a blog, then I can put in the actual brand name. I can set the brand tone of voice, some of the keywords for my brand description, target audience, the typical marketing content that I want to create. And if you got your website here, you can put it in. So you can set up different clients or like different niches that you have. Then you can always add it on this list. So you just need to toggle to which different projects you're working on, and then go through the GoCharlie's tools that you want to use. So GoCharlie also has its own sort of chatbot. It's called the Charlie Assistant. So here you can see on the left-hand side. So I've been interacting with Charlie for quite some time. You can see this is a very long dialogue. So again, just like using ChatGPT, just put in some sort of prompt that you want Charlie Assistant to assist with you. You can come up with things like, give me some SEO keywords, give me some keywords on a particular niche. Then I think also GoCharlie has the ability to do live search on this. So other chat tools are only limited to the 2021 September information, and GoCharlie can go beyond doing some live searches for example. So let's say if I want to do some keyword research around steam cleaning, I can just tell Charlie like, hi Charlie, I want to do research on steam cleaner. Can you give me the most common keywords for this particular topic? So Charlie has gave me some keywords here. So around 20 keywords that I can use. Then I can also put in a specific brand. So let's say it's Karcher steam cleaning. So I'm going to feed this link and then go back to Charlie. Pull the important keywords from this URL. So you can see it proves that Charlie Assistant can do live search. Since we're pulling this particular product, Karcher, you can see the keywords using Karcher. So I would say that's working very well. So if you like these keywords, you can copy it, or you can copy it here, or just paste it in here. So some of the formatting might not be fully accurate. I think the team is working on this, but you get the point that Charlie can be your assistant, doing some of the keyword research before you go into your blog wizard to write a blog. So let's jump back to the user interface. So if you are using GoCharlie as a standalone, like a one-person subscription, then the Teams is not going to be for you. But if you are managing a team, then obviously this is going to be useful. So I'm using the professional plan. It's not the Teams plan, so I can't really manage the team here. And then what else? So you can actually toggle this as a full screen. So if you want to just do everything with the chat, then hit the full screen, and then it'll just hide everything on the right. This works very well on your mobile device as well. So if you use Safari or any of the internet browser. So this is sort of the most recent UI update on their platform. And the next one I want to talk about on their update is they're now offering a playground, some sort of a test for their own language model. So most of the other AI content writers will just use ChatGPT 3.5 or go with the ChatGPT 4. I think for GoCharlie, they want to come up with their own language model, large language model, LLM. So this is something they are currently giving to their existing subscribers. So if we go into the Charlie's Playground, I can put in my email address. I need to go into my email. So we're now inside the playground for GoCharlie. And I think they're doing a lot of beta testing here to compare against their own previous language model update. So I think on the right-hand side is the more latest version. This one will be the older one. So if I can put in some of my own prompt, for example, explain the difference between data encryption and file. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase this. Explain the difference between encryption and file hashing. Generate. So we've got the output. Let's have a read on the left-hand side. Encryption is the process of encrypting data to protect it from being read by an untrusted third party, such as hackers. It involves using special algorithm and techniques that it makes it only one side can decipher the information contained in the file or folder before they can publish on any public network. File hashing refers to making files more difficult for someone else who wants to access without knowing which bit have been changed. The key used when creating this type of algorithm depends upon how much time you want your code database encrypted. So it's a bit more clunky. So let's read on the right-hand side. Encryption is the process of transforming data using algorithm to make it unreadable to anyone except those with a special key or password. It is used to secure data from unauthorized access. File hashing is the process of taking a file and running it through a hashing algorithm to create unique output. This output is known as a hash or a checksum, and it can be used to verify integrity of a file. It does not encrypt the data, but instead creates a unique fingerprint of the file that can be used to detect any changes to the file. So I have to say on the right-hand side, it has a better explanation. I guess that's their own language model. So you can play around with this if you're a subscriber for GoCharlie. I think even the trial access, you can also do it as well. So we can look at the actual play. This is the play pen or the playground. So you can use this at your own. These are some of the parameters you can set. This is similar to the OpenAI's playground as well. They've also have the Charlie's API key, but I don't really know how I can use this to do testing because the entire playground is just for testing purpose only right now. So that's the update for their sort of creating their own language model. If we just jump onto GoCharlie's LinkedIn profile, you can see they are getting a few different investors to invest in their platform. So one of them is SRI. I don't know who they are, but it's probably some venture capitals. I think that's one. And then I think there's another one called XRC Labs. Again, they're now providing new fundings for GoCharlie. So they are going to expand, grow rapidly with all these new investments. So that's a plus sign for any sort of SaaS startups. So I'm now jumping into the GoCharlie Facebook group. That's the private group that they have. Right now, I think they have around 1,600 users. And you can see that they have weekly calls. They call it Charlie and Coffee. So this happens every single week. The co-founder, Brennan, will come in, talk about some of the latest updates on their platform. Or sometimes he'll just ask for like any sort of feature request that the members they have. It is a very interactive, engaging Facebook group. I've mentioned this in the past. Like I see a lot of different like SaaS startups, AI content writing. They would just start a Facebook group, but they don't really interact with their customers. So I think GoCharlie has a really good edge or like advantage that they listen to their customers, and people are very engaging in this community, which is very good. So let's jump back to the content repurposing for GoCharlie, because I think this is one of the stronger features that they have on their platform. I probably did some reviews and videos around content repurposing on GoCharlie, where you can take, for example, a YouTube video URL, a bunch of text on a particular website, an audio file, maybe it's a podcast interview, or now they've added even with an image file that you can do content repurposing. So in the past, it will only allow you to have like a blog post, a summary outline summary. I think they also do a Facebook campaign, Twitter campaign, Instagram campaign, and LinkedIn campaign. Recently, they've added this new feature called the Facebook Thought Leadership, Twitter Thought Leadership, like all these different platforms, thought leadership. And probably this week or last week, they've added the sales email and the command Charlie. I think this is one of the more important features that they have. So when previously they only have those sort of predefined templates for the repurposing, you can only do like Facebook or those social media platforms, or write a blog or summary. But if you have command Charlie, then you can actually do like something. For example, if I put on a YouTube some sort of like interview podcast, then I can tell Charlie to do what is the Q&A in this video, what is the key highlights, something like that. So there are no limits to this particular features, and I think I'm still in the process of doing a bit more testing on this. So my next video is probably going to be a bit more deep dive into the content repurposing with all these different features. So we're going to test out putting in a YouTube URL on GoCharlie content repurposing, and as the output, I will choose command Charlie. So I can say, create an email newsletter article, and then hit enter or fetch, whatever you want to call it. And then GoCharlie is going to analyze the YouTube video and then come up with a newsletter for me. So now it's giving me the output. It's quite interesting here. So, dear valued customer, summer is here and it's time to get our outdoor space living for a BBQ. So it's going to give you a few different outputs. So now I'm going to put in a random YouTube URL, and then I'll use GoCharlie's command Charlie to ask Charlie to help me to create a newsletter article for my subscriber based on this YouTube video. So let's hit fetch and see what outputs it will give me. So this was the original YouTube URL. I think it talks about condo sales in certain markets. And if you do have an email list, then you can use GoCharlie, and you can do like some sort of like monthly newsletters telling your customers, your clients, the current market, and it'll just summarize the entire video and give you this output. So I think it'll give you 2 to 3 different outputs. So I think they're giving you actually quite more than 3. So let's just copy this entire thing and put it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6. So let's just read one of them. Hello everyone, summer is well underway and it's time to start thinking about sprucing up your outdoor space. If you're like me, you may have neglected your patio deck, blah, blah, blah. Patio cleaning is not... It's just weird. So not sure why the output is kind of strange. I'll just email support and see what kind of response they'll give me. All right, so I've reached out to the GoCharlie support team, and they actually got back to me within probably a few minutes. And they told me it's actually on the profile that you're setting. So for example, the project that I was working on, it was on outdoor cleaning. And they've mentioned like any kind of brand keywords you put in here, it might just end up in those, any sort of outputs. So if you're doing for random projects, so you can just create another project, and then I just call it like neutral, and then just leave out the brand names, the brand tone of voice, brand keywords. But if you want to have specific tone for us in those content repurposing, then by all means fill that in. So we're going to try again, put in the YouTube URL, and then I'll select the output in Command Charlie and write an email newsletter summary within 2 paragraphs. And then at the last, put a call to action to watch the full video on this URL. So we'll hit fetch and see what's the output. So here we go. We're getting the outputs. So you can see it's coming up bit by bit, but if you just click on your mouse, the left click mouse, I believe it will just give you the entire thing. So what we can do now is create a new document, and then let's get this pasted over. So now we've got six different outputs, and I think this is going to turn into 1 output per time. I think they've mentioned in their Facebook group, I think just right now, as of this recording, that they'll be tweaking this to a less different output varieties. So let's have a quick look on the first one. The number of tenants occupied condos being sold by investors has doubled in recent weeks, according to the Inside Edge video blog. The surge in listing is attributed to the NDP's rent control measures, which will undermine landlords' rights, blah, blah, blah. So that's giving you a pretty good, quick summary. But then the question is, I asked for 2 paragraphs. That's only 1. And the second one should be better. In this week's Inside Edge video blog, it's focused on the 10 occupied condo listings. And then I asked for the last sentence to be a call to action to go back to the video. So watch the full video on the Inside Edge blog. So you can afterwards leave the YouTube URL for the audience. So these are workable content. If you want to be more unique, then you'll just need to play around with the Command Charlie. So this video, I'm not going to dig into really deep into all the content repurposing techniques. I'll leave that for another video. So this wraps up my review on GoCharlie's recent update. If you want to try out this platform, there is a 10-day free trial on their website. So you can click on the link below to get a 10-day free trial access. And if for those who wish to sign up with GoCharlie, they're currently giving you a discount. I think they're offering a 40% discount. So put in the discount code new doc new you. It's a new doc new you, and once you put in that discount code, when you check out, you'll get 40% off. So give it a try and see if you like GoCharlie or not. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.